So a guy I know on the YouTubes, ujames1978, has started this nifty little campaign where screw the message of it gets better later, right? I'm here to help now. And I had to have set the idea of it gets better later, like with my high school is only the beginning video, where I noted that it does get better afterwards. But he's also right. Despite the fact that it gets better later, that doesn't help people who are trapped in the now, does it? Saying, yes, it gets better, whether we're talking about high school, life, being gay, anything, right? Saying it gets better later does a fat lot of good to people who are suffering right now. And I just wanted to give the simple message that I have a Skype, I have a Twitter, I have ways of communicating with me, and I'm just a guy on the internet, right? But at the same time, who knows? Maybe you don't know who else to go to. And maybe for some whatever reason, you really identify with what I'm talking about here. I could try to help. I don't know. I can't promise anything at all. And no one can. Let's be honest. No one can actually promise to just fix your problems automatically or just, I'll make it all better for you instantly. And if they do, well, be careful of them. Watch what they're trying to sell you. All I can do is offer an ear. Someone who will listen, and someone who will give you advice that I believe is worthwhile. Maybe it will be completely useless to you. Maybe it will be that nugget you need to change everything. I don't know. But all I can offer you, and I offer it with my utmost earnesty, is a place to leave your concerns. A place to vent. You can message me, something, anything. And if not me, somebody else. There's got to be somebody in your life who, whether you know it or not, is willing to listen to you and offer you that advice or just that solace and shelter of someone listening to you without judgment. And if you don't have somebody you think you can confide in like that, well, you would be surprised. Most people actually do have somebody like that. And if you really, honestly don't, you're that kind of person who, I don't really know anybody and I'm trapped in a place where people aren't friendly and all of that, and you just don't know because you're new or whatever have you, then I'm here, if nothing else. For better or for worse, we're all in this together as a human race. One one people, regardless of our divisions and our petty concerns that wrap us up in the moment. We're all here together. And in the spirit of that togetherness, I offer my shoulder and my ear for whatever use it may have for you. Oh, and if you're somebody who doesn't need this service from somebody else, who doesn't need to talk to somebody and have a shoulder to cry on or just to vent to or whatever, if you're somebody who's pretty well set up in your life right now, keep in mind that there are people who aren't. And maybe there's somebody out there in your life who doesn't have that resource and somebody you could offer that shoulder to. And you don't know. That could be the thing that they need to change their entire life, to take something awful, a whole life of recent tragedy and misery or whatever, right, and turn that into something they can work with just because you listened to them and you were there. You don't know. Maybe it won't mean anything, but at least you try. If you make the effort to be somebody who matters, well, you'll probably find that to somebody you do matter then. To the world, you may just be one person, insignificant, right? But to one person, you can be the whole world. And having that feeling to know that you have helped somebody in such a fundamental fashion is sublime, irreplaceable, and is part of the reason I make any of these videos I make. Because knowing that you have helped somebody and mattered to their existence, well, to me, that's more important than 1,000 statues in your name. So, with this, I leave you encouraging you, if you are not, again, one of the people who needs a shoulder, then to be the shoulder for someone who needs it.